Till then, how are you, Jai Krishnan?
Fine, ma'am. How are you, ma'am?
I am also good.
Okay.
So then let's begin the session. Slides visible to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, guys, today's topic is job changes in job, transfer, promotion, demotion, retirement, termination. All these words are the under topic of job changes, and we'll look mostly in transfer, promotion, demotion. Before beginning the session, let me introduce myself to you. I hope my voice is completely audible to all.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, guys, I'm Sangeeta Verma. I've done my MPhil in management and MBA with banking and finance. In this slides, you can see my job experiences in different industries and different sector. Currently, I am with the multinational export-import company, that is Korea Organization as a DCM. Along with that, I'm working with LearnWit as a freelancer. And I hope my this session, after when it ends, you all are going to get sufficient amount of knowledge and some practical aspects of why job changes and what are the ingredients over there which makes an employee to go through the change of their job. So in this session you will see purpose of job changes, meaning of transfer, needs and objectives, types of transfer, transfer policy, promotion, criteria for promotion, types of promotions, then promotion policy and demotion and its policy, and why uh, mostly those employees who are hiking up all of a sudden go for the demotion or retirement or anything like that. So one thing we should be very understanding to the fact that change, right, which is everywhere, and when there is a change, it's sure that the environment, whether it is house environment, outer environment, or workplace environment, they all have to be like in an organization cope up with mobility and flexibility. An employee has to have that, even an organization needs to have that. So when job changes provide, no, it's like employees need to be more flexible. Employees moving from one job to another within an organization through transfer, promotion, and demotion. Such are internal mobility. When some employees, they leave the organization due to resignation, retirement period, or then after termination. These movements are known as external mobility. So if it is within the environment, due to the environment perspective also, then it's internal mobility. And when it's because of resignation, termination, and retirement, it's external mobility. So you can see the change over there, right? So it's like change in whether in organization or out. It's like uh, keeping the job design changed, job regrouping change. We all know that since the technology is changing every now and then, and there is always a rise in job demands, right? As soon as the new technology comes, new techniques come, it's that organizations seeks out to be changing in the employees. And even like you, sometimes fluctuation in the work also makes you to lose the change in knowledge, skills, aptitudes, and values, right? In cultural change, social change, even in government policies changes. So everywhere change is there, and in organization, all these changes affects a lot. Now, going for like why job changes means purpose of job changes. It's important that we understand the three very effective way of why there is a purpose of job change. Is to improve organizational effectiveness, to maximize employee efficiency, to cope with changes in operation, to ensure discipline, change due to technology, change due to use of softwares, right? So these, when these changes are there, and when we seek the effectiveness of work, efficiency in the work, in the employees, and certain rules and regulations in the operation policies of our organizations, then we surely understand that being an HR manager or uh, higher team management team or the owner of the organization, change is required now. We have to understand in that way. Now, when it's like transfer, when it comes to the transfer, let's first understand now transfer. You know that a transfer in an organization can be horizontal or vertical, both, right? When it's horizontal or lateral movement of an employee from one job to another in the same organization without any significant change in status and pay, it's like shifting from one particular department to another department in order to understand in the change of duties, change of responsibilities, and skills or compensations. So transfer may be initiated either by the company or the employee. An employee can also seek, like take an example, like you went for giving an interview for the marketing manager, okay, and organization was sure that they need to hire you, but there was sort of change. This sometimes it happens that they say you, instead of working as a marketing manager, why don't you work in a field of uh, promotional manager? So at that time, the employer and the employee, for a certain period of time, they change their criteria and they work. But when the marketing manager post gets vacant, or some of an ex-employee is getting retired, right, leaving the job or changing out the job, automatically that promotional manager shifted to the marketing manager post. So when he or she was in that promotional manager job, responsibilities, skills and compensations, right, was different. But when it shifted to marketing manager, as per the earlier talk in the interview and all, the roles and the responsibilities, the ideas, then skills changes out, right? So it's like it can be either by the employee or the company, both. Mostly company initiates a transfer to place employees in position where they are likely to be more effective. Similarly, employees may initiate transfer to locate whether they are likely to get greater satisfaction or not. Transfer may be within the same department or maybe another department, maybe temporary, maybe permanent, maybe volatile, maybe non-volatile, but anything it can be. And when it's temporary transfer, no, temporary transfer mostly are done due to certain issues like health issue of an employee, timing issue, criteria wise, like that. So it is that you need to understand and you need to be very flexible when it comes to the transfer. As I said, like I gave an example of marketing manager and promotional manager. It's mostly at the time of when a certain employee is resigning or going or getting in a retirement, and a company is sure that going to hire you. At that time, such transfers are possible. Now, when it comes to the thing that employee referrals, no, like one of the employees working in production department, but is very good with the marketing and branding. So what happens when the next employee refers and the internal recruitment is done? Promotion is also same and transfer is also same. But when the transfer is there, no, it's like mostly done to meet the organizational requirement. Organization may have to transfer employees due to change in technology, volume of production, um, production schedule, product line, introduction of new product lines, or the work environment, or anything it can be. So employee being an employee or being an employer, both has to be flexible, and utilizing criteria of mobility has to be very clear. And when it's like purpose of transfer is mostly changed internet, broadened knowledge and developed skill, colleagues conflict, physical condition, your age, wants to work with friends particularly in a particular right pool, work in certain hours, work in a given location, to be assigned in a supervisor whom they like sometimes, and even to like effectiveness in the work, like versatility, deal with the changes, sometimes due to the health condition. And even in what happens is when you want to reduce the mandatory changes, so at that time the transfer are possible. It's like a transfer is mostly demanded when a organization wants to meet the organization need, to satisfy the employee need, to better utilize of employee, make the employee more versatile, adjust to work, focus reduction, and even to provide sometimes mental satisfaction. One employee is very suppose one employee is very good at creative work, and you have forcefully been like kept in another department. At that time a mental type of trauma goes in an employee's mind, and though very good in doing good in that also, the most satisfactory outcomes are not possible at that time. So what you do, you change from that department to another department where he or she likes her. And sometimes transfers are also done to punish the employees. Punish the employees in which way? Like you can say that unnecessarily taking advantage of the senior or colleagues, taking credit of work which are not done by him or her sometimes. So what being an HR manager or being a company owner, you do not want to throw that employee out because you see some potential in that, and you just punish to be corrected. So at that time also transfers are possible. And when it comes to the transfer, no, there are like different types of transfer also. Can I go to the next slide? Till here, any queries, guys? Meaning of transfer, internal recruitment, purpose, and why the transfers are done, why the change is done. Any doubt?
No, sir. No, ma'am.
Okay, let's go to the next slide then. Now, what like types of transfer? Basically, there are 6 types of transfer: shift transfer, rotation transfer, replacement transfer, remedial transfer, production transfer, penal transfer. Now, let's understand one by one. What is production transfer? Such transfers are made when laboral requirement in one factory or branch are declining. The surplus employee is transferred to other places to avoid layoff. Now, next go to the replacement transfer. This type of transfer is made to retain long service employees, means long standing employee replaces a new employee and thereby gets relief from the heavy pressure of work. Then it comes remedial transfer. Such transfer are done to rectify mistakes in selection and placement. Like as you can say, a follow-up way, the wrongly placed employee is transferred to a more suitable job. The employees may not be getting along with the supervisor or colleagues. In such situations also, this type of transfer are done. Now, shift transfer is like you are working in one shift and you had some personal work to be done, and you get along with your supervisor or colleagues and you change the shift. That you work in this shift, I'll work with that. This is internal transfer of an employees between them also and between supervisors also. When it comes rotation transfer, you can see that the one who is it uh, you can say operational manager in a charge of an operation, you find that that particular person is very good in marketing policies also. So what you do, you try to change, uh, rotate that manager in marketing managers field along to work with earlier earlier present marketing manager. So at that time also it's like rotation, twice a month or in a 6 month time period you do the rotation of that. Then penal transfer is like uh, some unwanted activities been like done by the employees, and just to punish and to make him or her corrected, you make them to penalize transfers that it might be. And in that penal transfer it can be rotation, it can be remedial, it can be shift change, or it can be replacement transfer. Anything it can be. So did you understood the types of transfer?
Production transfer and that rotational transfer. One more time, can you explain, ma'am?
Yeah, sure. Production transfer is like such transfer are mostly done in the factory or manufacturing industry. Like you can say that the surplus employees, no, who are efficient or trained might be absorbed in other places to avoid layoff. Suppose, how to give an example? Suppose it's, take an example of mm, food packing. Okay, you in that
Okay, ma'am.
food packing process, one is like keeping the goods in a plastic baggage. Another is there who is good at stabilizing or like packing it. Third one is good in putting it in a carton boxes and covering it. So what happens if you find that the one who was packing, right, is good at packing in cartoons also, and you need to reach to the deadlines of the cartoons to be out at the evening from the production
Yes, ma'am.
process. So you use that employee to help in packing in the cartoons also. So what happens? This surplus employee who is efficient in more than one task is been utilized so that you avoid the layoff. It may be
Okay.
helpful in stabilizing the employment. Now,
Okay,
is it
ma'am. Okay.
clear? Now, what
Yes,
is
ma'am.
rotation? Like rotation, as I gave an example of marketing manager is good in, you can say that branding also. Okay. So, what do you do to utilize the maximum of that marketing manager skills, knowledge in branding? Twice a month you ask that particular manager to get aligned with the already exist marketing manager and share the ideas, understand, and like you brainstorming and come up with the new marketing idea also or branding process. That is rotation. Am I clear?
Ma'am.
Okay. Okay then.
Ma'am, marketing managers will be both will be in same company or different company, ma'am?
In the same company.
Oh, both will share their ideas, you are saying.
Yes. So it's like once you can say marketing manager is good in branding also. Okay, how to promotionalize might be having much more better skill than earlier branding manager who is there.
So if we share those ideas with others, others also will become more good at branding, you're saying.
Sorry, come again.
So if we share his ideas with others, others also will become somewhat creative in
Yes,
other
exactly.
aspects.
Yes. It's like a way of motivating each other, no? After all, an organization or employer, both have to be working in a very cordial manner and understanding to each other. And the motive has to be like every time reaching their organizational goal at the end, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So it's helpful for both employees and employer both.
Okay, ma'am.
It's like bridging up, like bridging up your ideas and getting collected with the new concepts and getting flexible to the work environment with your colleagues, supervisors, right? Having a cordial relation. It's good, always good to have that, no?
Yes, ma'am. In that transfer, what is there, ma'am? One marketing manager speaking with another marketing manager. That is, they will be in same company only, no, ma'am. In the transfer, what is there, ma'am?
It's like internal transfer.
Okay, ma'am.
It's not external transfer, okay? External transfer might be like from one branch to another country branch.
Yes, ma'am.
And internal is like in the same building, you're just shifting out with your different departments.
Okay, ma'am.
Clear?
Clear, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's get back. Now, why you think that it's like whenever the point of transfer, promotion, demotion comes, it's like it's just not in the factors of employer employees. It's both, right? So when an employer is thinking of or employee is thinking of, why do employees would like to stay? Right? Transfer might be external also, no? Leaving from one company, going to another company. So how you can like make your employees to be more utilized and retain to yourself? You're paying them well. Keep mentoring. Sometimes, like though the employee is very good, some sort of brainstorming or brain washing type of things from our competitors can be done. So, you have to mentor them properly. Give them new challenges. Just don't keep them in a monotonous work. Promote as per the policy, seeing the work potential, quality, performance, keep promoting them and make them involved in your decisions. If not 100%, at least 30 to 40%. After all, they are also working to reach and make your organization success and their career also success. Appreciate them. If they are doing good thing, appreciate them, value them. Just don't take credit being an don't take credit. Give the credit to them. Though it's your, give to them. Being an manager, okay? So what happens? A sense of understanding, sense of motivation to each other, valued is earned, trust is earned, right? Trust them. If they say that they'll do, they'll do. Empower them. Keep them always on a mission that this deadline is over, another is there. So then employees and employers both will share a cordial relation, and there will be less chances of doing transfer due in order to punish them. That will never come up then. And you should always think that you are paying for performance and you promote the employee for their potential, right? And when it's like a change in employee status, obviously they have to accept it, and even the organization have to accept it. So what are the policies? There are certain policies which you can say labor union forms, right? A government has given, and some of the companies also. Like every organization should have certain policies in order to keeping the concern of transfer of the employees. Such policies will help you to avoid the unnecessary arbitrary approach in transfer. Every transfer involves some descriptions and cost. Whenever there is a transfer, no, it involves cost. That cost might be visible or might not be visible. That might be financial, that might be non-financial, right? So therefore, transfers should not be made frequently or without justified reason. Instead of declining such things, you should follow certain steps by which transfer policy can be properly done and there is a less transfer. It's like to be very clear to everyone in what certain steps it can be transferred. It should be written and distributed to all the employees so that they understand the rules and regulations and policies, and they avoid doing any unnecessary work in order to get punished. But when there is a transfer, it should be valued transfer. It should be much more motivating transfer so that they understand the circumstances of the company also and theirs also, and they adjust to it. And facilities, it might be because of facilities, it might be personal or due to some order of superiority transfer can be there, but organization always should think that the cost which is inhaled in the transfer should be lesser to certain extent. Okay, so I hope the things related to transfer is very clear to everyone.
Ma'am, what are some of the transfer policies, ma'am?
It's like it should be prescribed that basis for transfer. When two persons want to transfer to the same job, whether the decision will be based on seniority or merit or in the both factor, it should be very clear, right?
Yes, ma'am.
It should be indicated that executive responsible for initiating and approving the transfer. It should tell whether the transfer can be made only within a department or also between the department.
Okay, ma'am.
What is the effect of transfer in senior level or in junior level or due to merit? And it should be very clearly explained to the employees why the transfer is done.
Okay, ma'am.
Now let's go to another slide. Now let's come to the promotion. You know that promotion is always like an advancement of an employee to a higher post, carrying greater responsibility, higher status, and better salary. Right? As per the knowledge says, a promotion is the reassignment of a higher level job to an internal employee with delegation of responsibilities and authority in order to be required to perform that level of job, and normally with higher pay. Like, it is the upward movement, right? Promotion is always upward movement of an employee in the organization's hierarchy to another job, commanding greater authority, higher status, and better working conditions. When an employee is assigned a higher level job with more pay and powers, no, he or she is promoted, said to be promoted. Promotion may be temporary or permanent, depending upon the needs of the organization. When an employee is assigned to a higher level job without increase in, say, pay, it is called a dry promotion. For example, when a university professor is made head of the department, there is no increase in pay, right? When it comes like that, it's a dry promotion, but there's a certain criterias where we'll even see types of transfer, and you should always be like, understanding that promotions and upgradation is different thing. Like, upgradation implies movement of an employee to a higher pay scale without change of job. When someone says you are upgraded, you should be thinking that your job is same, your pay scale has been increased. When they say that you're promoted, in that condition, what comes up? Higher the authority, better the pay scale. So both get combined, right? So you should be understanding both the terminology very properly. When it's promotion or transfer, it might be like you should be understanding transfer is from movement of an employee to the same level, right? Without increasing pay scale, without increasing any authority or status. But promotion is your authority is also increased, your status also climbed up, and your pay scale also increased. So you should be very familiar with promotion, upgradation, and transfer. You should be knowing the difference of that. Upgradation is always in what? Upgradation is always pay scale increment, but not designation. Okay, when it's promotion, both designation also shifted and pay scale also better. Now let's see why. When it's like, no, when promotions are given, higher performance motivation always increases, and less absenteeism, less labor turnovers is seen over there. When an employee gets promoted, it's like he or she was less absent, right? He was stick to the job for particular period of time as per decided by the company in order to give the promotion. Performance is higher, and he or she, being a team leader or being a colleagues or being a like team members, always motivates each other, right? So is the point where is the higher chances of an employee getting a promotion. Like, what's the purpose? Why promotion is needed? Like, it's like utilizing employees' skill, knowledge, resulting in organizational effectiveness and employee satisfaction. Over here, what you should understand that an employee who was having a um, skill in different things, and you just want to enhance their skill and make them to be like getting involved in much more better work than what he or she is there, so you give them promotion that they are assured of their authority, they are good enough to pay the responsibility and clear out the ideas and can handle the team members at that time. You put competitive spirit, the one who always is like enthusiastic and active, you and does the work before the deadlines with the maximum uh, like quality of the work and performance at that time. Then you make their the understand the employee's sources of energeticsness and the higher responsibility, even with the self development. an employee who's always eager to learn new things and like keeps on doing research and coming up with the new ideas and talking in the teams and helping out each team members to get the work done before the deadlines. At that time you see that this person needs to be promoted because he or she is good enough to handle the team. So these are the purposes of promotion. Now, like even you can say that what are the benefits of promotion? Promotion of employees from lower rank to higher rank position benefits the organization as well as employees. It places the employees in a position where an employee's skill and knowledge gets maximum utilized. It creates an increased interest to the other employees in the company as they believe that they will also get their turn off if they are also working properly. Promotion improves employees' morale and job satisfaction. Ultimately, what is the goal? The goal is to get the organization success or achieve the organization goal and make your organization at the topmost level in a competitive world, and you are able to have a fair enough competition with your competitors. So in that way, the promotion always benefits. Now, though you go for the promotion, there are certain no strategy or criterias you mostly look out. Like you see the employees' performance, what are the like quality of work, mm, deadline meeting, or is it before the deadline or after the deadline? You look to that also. What's the potential? Whether the person is able to handle the new authority, responsibility or not, and the length of service. How long the person is been associated with the organization. Then comes with the organizational structure. Of course, nothing is possible without organizational structure in case of any of the human resources utilization or maximization. And even you see that employees tenured during that particular job. So length of service is like how long he has been associated with us. Tenure is like for how long he or she is in same designation, holding the work or position of certain criteria. And even you see the performance like satisfactory or well done or excellent, how it is. The quality of the work done, decisions taken, even bridging up the knowledge and skill gap by himself or herself, like always active, right? Ready to learn new concepts, having self assessment also. You look to these things, and these when these things are like under as per the employees and employers policies, terms and condition, you decide to promote a particular employee to another level. Till here, any confusion about anything? Okay, let's go to the next slide. Now, when it comes to the uh, basis, no, on what basis mostly promotions are done? It's seniority wise promotion, it's merit wise promotion, or it both combined merit and seniority. Now, let's understand merit and seniority promotion basis in a different aspect. Like seniority means length of recognized service in an organization. Senior wise, merit is with the ability to work. Seniority means the calculation of time from when an employee has joined the company and served for how many years in the company. Whereas merit promotion is, it denotes an individual employee's skill, knowledge, ability, efficiency, and aptitude as measured from education, training, and past record. When it is seniority promotion, it's like you always decide to give the senior most person in the lower grade shall be promoted. You see that if a person is like at the at the lower level, but his seniority wise with the age comparison associated with the company's need has to hold higher position, so you at that time you are giving promotion in seniority wise, right? Though the person is whether the person is applicable to or is a techno savvy or not, adaptable or not, you give according to seniority age wise. And if it is merit, you find out the adopted basis of promotion, then the person in the lower grade, no matter he's junior most in the company, shall be promoted. Over here is or associated in a seniority associated with the company doesn't matter in merit one. In merit, what matters is the quality of the work, the skill and knowledge, whether the age is lower than or higher, it doesn't matter in that way. So we are giving promotion in a merit wise. Seniority is suggested as the criteria for promotion on the plea that there is a positive correlation between length of the service and talent. Whereas with merit, you try to encourage all employees to improve their efficiency. If it is merit wise, you are motivating employees. So did you understood the seniority basis promotion and merit basis promotion? Now let's see the advantages and disadvantages of both. When it comes to the seniority advantage and disadvantage, let's see seniority advantage. Easy to measure, full support from trade unions, minimizes scope for favoritism and discrimination, certainty of promotion to every employee, respect to senior employees, minimizes scope for grievance and conflicts regarding promotion. What is the disadvantage of seniority? Assumption that employees learn more with the length of service not valid. Demotivates young and more competent employees. Skills, genes, and interest to develop as all are promoted. Even it likes the enthusiasm of the new employees are killed. Organizational effectiveness is decreased. And increased of aggriancy in a senior. You know, in that way it's the disadvantage of seniority. But when it comes to the promotion related with the merit, what happens is maximum utilization of human resources, motivation to competent employees, reduces employee turnover, encouragement to acquire the new hires on the organizational goal achievement. What is the disadvantage in merit? Measurement of merit is difficult. You always need to like doing the evaluation work in the company. Trade unions distrust management's integrity in judging merit. Subjective technique used based on past achievement and guarantee future aspects. So these are the disadvantages in merit. But if you want your organization to have a better production region or outcomes, and you want your employees newcomers to give opportunities to newcomers, merit one is good. But if you value your employees, you value the concept, the tenure, the time, the length of service they are giving, you go towards seniority level. And sometimes over there you even go with the seniority come merit basis. Though you are giving promotion to the senior person, but you are calculating the merit one also. There might be 5 or 6 senior employees, and you at that time you calculate between them. You calculate merit. You see the merit among 5 to 6 employees who are senior. So instead of going directly to the seniority promotion, you go with the seniority merit promotion. And there are, as I said, I have already discussed with upgradation and dry promotion, but let's see. There are basically 3 types of promotion. One is vertical promotion. In this, what happens? an employee moves to the next higher level in the organizational hierarchy with greater responsibility, authority, pay, and status. So it's vertical promotion. In vertical promotion, your designation shifts from means inclined, your authority inclines, your responsibility inclines, your pay scale is increased, your status is also increased. Then upgradation. Job is upgraded in the organizational hierarchy, leading to greater responsibility, authority, and pay. Means your designation is not changed. You are at the same designation, but your pay scale is increased and amount of work to you is been increased. The roles and responsibility in the same particular designation is increased. That is upgradation. Then comes dry promotion. Employee is moved in the next higher level in organizational hierarchy with greater responsibility, authority, and status, but no increase in salary. So that is dry promotion. Till here, any confusion? Okay, let's go to the next slide. Now, as I discussed to you, like basis of promotion, merit comes seniority, right? I have already talked, but let's understand more properly. From most able promote the senior, maximum length of service required before one can be considered for promotion on merit. How you select among 5 or 6 senior employees to give at the seniors level. What happens over here? Increases weight on merit and you increase weight on seniority, right? Both are calculated properly. After excluding the truly incompetent, promote the senior. Only seniority is considered for promotion. So basic it's like understanding the concepts of giving merit comes seniority promotion. When there are like many employees of same age group and length of the services of them is same, at that time you just don't give a value to seniority, but you even seek a merit from them, which one is the best for your organization. According to that, you promote. Now there are 3 stage model, promotion model: during promotion, before promotion, and after promotion. What happens when it is like before promotion? No, target interested employees. What you do, you target the employees who are interested in getting promoted. Create detailed promotion plan and discuss that plan with your higher management, then with the HR managers and the team leader. For any employee, if you're going, you need to discuss with them. Then during promotion, what can be done? You determine the expositions, what has to be done. You ask for help with the team members of that particular employee. Find and mentor. Enlist human resources. Learn how to manage for many P's of the employees. You seek out all the details in a very brief way or in a detailed way of that particular employee. What the time of coming, what the time of leaving, how, whether the job assigned to him or her is before the deadline or after the deadline or at the deadline, right? Absentees number, sick leaves, how much he's taking, how is his or her behavior with the colleagues, with the superiors, and everyone. You seek over that during promotion. But when the promotion is done, after the promotion, you seek appropriate training. Obviously, when you are promoted, certain skills and training is required. You need to have that. You build relationship with your colleagues, your new joined members in the organization, with the higher management or as human resources manager. You ensure an actively supported boss. You make sure that your boss is always motivated. Means your team leader, if you are promoted, or if you are promoted to team member to team leader, you act as a very supportive team leader to your other team members. you secure early wins. So after promotion, this is the thing. Like before promotion, during promotion, and after promotion, you need to keep an eye on all these things. When it comes with the promotion policy content, you should understand that what is policy statement. Let's see. Policy statement. There should be a policy statement from the management regarding the promotion policy. It should be clearly state that promotions will be formed within the organization. The policy statement will set at rest all types of speculations that may otherwise disrupt the mind of employees. There will be no pressure or anything like that. It will be very cordial and healthy promotion policies. Then assigning performance. The basis is to be followed to promotion should be indicated. How to access the performance of employees while considering them for promotion. You have to ensure it. Means performance appraisal may be one criteria. Job rotation might be another criteria. Job evaluation another criteria. And confidential reports is necessary. It should be confidential according to all the individuals who are in the line of getting promoted. Promotion routes. The promotion route has to be followed for different posts to be very clearly mentioned. Every post has a different route. For example, an accounts clerk may be promoted as an accountant or accounts officer and so on. Right? An HR be like general HR executive to assistant HR, then HR manager, like that. If it is marketing executive, sales person to marketing executive, then to junior marketing executive, then coming up to with the marketing assistants, and then marketing manager. So its hierarchy has to be properly followed. Employee training. Every promotion from within the organization should have a provision for training and orientation. When you are promoted from one designation to another, obviously the way of working, the rules, the responsibilities, certain skills and knowledge are different, and you need to get trained for it. Maintaining service records. The record of the employee's current performance, his adaptability to new job situation, level of intelligence, aptitude to learn, etc. should be known to the management from his or her record so that a fair judgment can be done at the time of considering the promotion. Communication. The promotion policy should be communicated to the employees. It will avoid suspicion, confusion, and wrong concepts or notations in the minds of employees. So these policies has to be properly followed. Now, when it comes to the matrix for organization, this is what is mostly followed. Employee promotion matrix for an organization. In this, you can see that ineffective, trouble, functional, and treasure. Low capability, high capability, then checked egos and inflated egos. Means checked ego, like some of the employees, they might be egoistic or anything. At that time, you need to check. The matrix has to be properly followed so that there is no discrimination between employees, and the deserving candidate, the one who really has to be promoted, gets promoted. So every aspect of that particular employee is behavior wise, working environment wise, then uh, all that leaves, absence, on time, off time, uh, work quality, then have maintaining cordial relation with every employees, the behavior with the juniors, seniors, in the cafeteria area, in the office premises, out of the offices. All this has to be properly done, and it becomes like an important task of human resource HR manager executives or HR managers. They need to manage the system very properly. So what they do is like they keep the employee promotion record of every individual employee. In the database, they have all that criteria and that gets updated, right? And they select from on the basis of that every individual's promotion record is maintained in the database of human resource management system by HR manager, which helps in getting promoted. So is this clear? I
Yes,
hope
ma'am.
transfer and promotion is clear to everyone, right? And there are sometimes open promotion system also and closed promotion system also. Sometimes it's openly declared that this person is getting promoted. Sometimes what happens is like certain rules and regulations are popular, it's kept very confidential. At the end of the time, when it is actual real time who is getting promoted has been discussed or been flashed out. Now let's see the demotion. Why demotion is like takes place? Mostly what happens is like the assignment of an individual to a job of lower rank and pay, usually involving lower level of difficulty and responsibility. It means to say that it implies assignment of an employee to a job of lower rank with lower pay, right? It refers to downward movement of an employee in the organizational hierarchy with lower status and lower salary. It is just the opposite of promotion. It is a downgrading process and a serious type of punishment to certain employees who uh, avoids the company policies, work policy, and his behavioral policy of him or her. So demotion affects the status, career, and income of the employee. It is a way of like insulting and causes emotional turmoil in the employee. Therefore, demotion should be used tactfully and only when it is absolutely necessary. There's a like you can find that emotions are mostly not followed in an organization until and unless it's very serious. So what are the causes of demotion in an employee? Breach of discipline, inadequacy of knowledge, unable to cope up with the change, organizational reorganization. It means changes in the environment of the work, change in the environment of technology, change in the uh, organizational rules and regulations, right? So it happens over there that certain employees, they are not able to cope up with and they keep on doing mistakes. They do not maintain the discipline. They do not do maximum utilization of their knowledge and skills, and they are not ready to the acceptance of their mistake. So certain activities which are done by the employees leads the HR manager and the company organization to make them to demoralize, means demotion in the work criteria. And in even sometimes due to the incompetence, technological change, even adverse business conditions. Sometimes what happens, an organization might be uh, having a tough time with the financial running. What happens? Though your position does not decline, your salary declines. A sort of demotion. That is also a sort of demotion. Demotion can be like involuntary, voluntary, or expiration. Involuntary is mostly like no fault of employee. Sometimes other person keeps on doing conspiracy in corporate conspiracy. Mostly it happens. So you should be very open. You should be very open in a way. Your mind should be very open. You should be understanding who is doing, though you do not react, but you keep an eye on every of your aspect of your work. If you are at a work, if you are signing some of the documents related to your work, please go through it thoroughly. Make an habit of having a double entry of in your way. Though it's in your work, do maintain it in your personal preference also. So managerial trial period. Sometimes manager also does that. Then performance issue. If you're having an issue in your performance, you get an involuntary ones demotion. Then comes voluntary and expirations. Certain demotion policies are done, but it's sure that most of the organization do not want to go through with the demotion of an employees, because at the end of the day, the quality of the work, the goodwill of the company, the success acquiring of the goals of the organization also get demoralized. So they hardly go with the rule of giving demotion to employees. Now, if you go with the demotion policy, it might be like the circumstances under which it should be very clear to the employees. If you are giving them demotion, you should be very able to clearly instruct why that employee is getting demoted. The circumstance under which employee can be demoted, as reduction in operations, serious indiscipline, etc., should be clearly known to the employee before you give them demotion. Then the superior who is authorized and responsible to initiate a promotion should be named. And that if it's not that you will go and say that demotion is I am needing. HR manager and management team are looking to it, and even your team leader sometimes demands that in order to punish you. That might be for temporary demotion, like that. And any allied violation of established rules and regulation, if that is void, you need to punish them. And how you're going to do it will be it with the explanation demotion, that you give certain period of time and you demand an explanation from them, and then though the explanation is given, you demote them for a month or 2 months in that particular work. So clear cut norms for judging merit and seniority should be stated. It should be very open rather than the closed policy. The demotion policy has to be very open. No one likes to get demoted, right? We all always want the higher position, higher pay scale, higher pay scale and higher designation. Don't forget higher authority and higher responsibility comes. And in that you need to be very alert to watch out your steps during that period of time and in your designation. Obviously, if you are promoted to where you will never like to get demoted, right? So it's in the hand of employees in order not to get demoted. So demotion also understand to everyone. I do not want to go much in this because it's somewhat like demoralizing the employees. Are you aware of it? Did you got all this about demotion?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, let's go to the next slide. Now, there are the 4 steps where you, before demoting any employee, you should be talking to them. Tell them very clearly that with your wrong deeds or you might get demoted. Your name might come in the list. Explain them why. And if you are demoted, this employee seriously needs demotion, do it. Explain them properly. Make them provide them counseling and let them come up to their earlier position, helping hand with the helping hand. It's not, it might be internally that once an employee get demoted from higher position, loss of mental trauma goes in there. You being in a good HR manager or your team leader or management, you help them out to overcome that traumatic ones and reach to the same earlier position. So that tenure period is very difficult for them, and you need to have a, instead of insulting, insults of taunting, insults of conspiracy, you better be a helping hand with them. Make a proper necessary steps and talk to necessary people in order to help them. Right? Now, 10 tips to get a job promotion. Be an achiever, get your work done properly. Practice self promotion. Take on extra responsibilities. Socialize with every employee of your organization. Get a mentor and be a mentor. Understand the role and responsibility assigned to you. Demonstrate leadership ability. Share your career plans. Be drama free. Be drama free means do not create any unnecessary stories, unnecessary conspiracy. Do not do much drama in your work. Have the right attitude. So if you are having these tips in a shorter period of time, you might be that you get a merit promotion. Now and then there is certain things which mostly these days people follow in the workplace. Like the employee changes their perception of their job by thinking about how their work benefits their life, their organization, and their community. It's like totally a job crafting, right? It's you can say you craft yourself environmentally, mental crafting, then cognitive crafting, rational crafting, and task crafting. The employee changes where they work from home or office, open or closed, to be more efficient. Right? It's like environmental crafting. You can see after COVID hit our country or all over the world, most of the people are or most of the organizations are have shifted to work from home, right? There's no need of traveling and coming and taking a risk of health. It's like giving a benefit to employees in environmental crafting. The employee changes the quality of interpersonal relation with clients, colleagues, superiors, and subordinates in order to make work more enjoyable. That is cognitive crafting and relationship crafting. The employee changes the number, the importance, or the nature of their task in order for them to be better fit their skills. Importance of certain tasks that are more adjusting. That's task crafting. You are making and crafting out your work, and employees do follow with that. So many new things are coming up with the job crafting. Means job changing and enjoying your work, enjoying your workplace, whether that is at office or at home, anywhere. And then developmental crafting. The employee identifies how they can acquire and use more skill and resources to better perform on the job. So these crafting one is like headed to the organization, or mostly the organizations follow this after the COVID hit us. So you during the time of COVID, many of them were like stressed out. Oh my God, how we are going to work from home? But see, as we coped up, as we understood with the joined hand of employee and employer both, right? These are the samples of job transfer request or promotional forms, right? You get all these things in the HR manager. They might have different like questionnaire or steps or grades to look out for the promotion, demotion, and transfer. And this is the way they follow. So before ending up, let's understand or summarize what we understood. We got an idea of transfer, promotion, and demotion, right? So job changes refer to internal and external mobility of employees. They are useful for maximizing efficiency and effectiveness, to ensure discipline, and to take care of changes in operation. Transfers of employees are made to satisfy needs of both employee and employer. Production, replacement, versatility, remedial, shift, rotations are the types of transfer. Promotion of employees helps to improve motivation, morale, efficiency, etc. of employees. Seniority and merit and seniority come merit are the basis of promotion. Every company should have proper policy relating to transfer, promotion, and demotion. Demotion is the reverse of promotion. So we understood all these, and we even understood how the work criteria is being changing out with the crafting job crafting procedure. Any queries, guys? Thank you for attending. Until next time, any queries, please come up. Jai Krishnan, any question?
No, ma'am, it's clear, ma'am.
Okay. Then Gopika, any queries?
No,
I hope I was able to make you understand of job changes, and even was able to give you the knowledge of job crafting after the pandemic. Then tips and techniques how you can do the self promotion. How can you seek the promotion? What are the different things you should be keeping out? So in any of the in the corporate world or working place, you should never forget to do self assessment. Everyday self assessment is very necessary in order to keep on getting success, whether that is achieving organizational success or your career success, personal success, you can say. So assessment during workplace, during in personal life is very important. Keep assessing yourself, keep learning new things, keep very free to the change, get easily adapted to the changes, be flexible. That is what I would like to say. Thank you so much. Until next time, have a great days ahead. Thank you everyone again.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
thank
ma'am.
you, ma'am.